job of social work is so important, because we attended meetings where sort of we'd say something and then it'd be a revelation to somebody else. One of them at least didn't know she'd had 2 children taken off her. You know what I mean? How could you make an informed decision with so little knowledge about something? They'd ask you in one hand and disregard everything you said. They promised us a degree of confidentiality that then went and told Lorraine, which potentially caused a lot of conflict.
It got back to us, she'd, why have you been saying that about me? Yeah.
Yeah. We suggested that there was more of a weaning off period back over to her, regular weight checks, things like that.
I haven't been eating, she'd wrote a letter, I don't you accuse me of not feeding my son. She didn't think she should have him back.
I just can't for the life of me see how they could come to a conclusion that somebody heavily on drugs, with her background, you know, could think she was capable of, you know, maintaining a normal, safe environment for her families. You know, it's it just doesn't sit right with me anyway. The only good thing to come out of that, it was over a gradual thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She got him back over a few weeks.
I stayed on.
But as his mother took it for her heroin addiction in front of him, he'd hold out his arms screaming as if for a fix himself. He died last year after swallowing the equivalent of a teaspoonful of methadone prescribed for his mother's heroin addiction. Lorraine Dunbar is the daughter of the late Bradford playwright Andrea Dunbar, who became famous 20 years ago for her film Bob 2, about life on the downtrodden Buttershaw Estate in Bradford. Lorraine was just 11 when her mother died from a suspected brain hemorrhage, and their daughter had descended into drugs by the age of 14. The judge said Dunbar had totally failed as a parent by omission rather than commission.
Well, today she was jailed for 3 years, 9 months for manslaughter by gross neglect of her son Harris.
John Cundy reporting. More than 100 mourners have attended the funeral of a
Embroidered it a little bit,
who
didn't
was
they?
shot dead in Sheffield.